So Band app is, of course, an app, duh. And it's a communication source. So let's think about it like this. Like we have the world, we're gonna turn Band into the world. And inside the world, we have all these little countries, okay? And then within your countries, you have like little cities and states, and yeah, I think we're with each other. So Band is the same way. You have one major communication source, but you can create smaller bands within your Band app, yeah? So if I were to take the studio, I have one band just for my studio. And within that band, we can talk about all the stuff that we talk about in the studio. I can set up the settings specifically for that band. So I'm not creating my world to have all the same rules because each country has a different rule, right? Works the same way in Band. On my band, I have a band for a special performance that we did here at the studio, where I invited people in to audition. I have a completely different band for that. We can talk about everything we need to do. I can make it private, I can make it public. We also have a band for dance coaches and a band for cheer coaches. All that shows up on my screen. So again, look at the world, that's your app, big picture, and then you have each little cube, you know, or band within your Band app that has its own world. Like you have your own little separate world that you can go into. With starting Band, I'm sure it's something that can be scary or intimidating. How we started here at our studio is I didn't introduce it to the studio first. I introduced it to the competition team first. That way I can understand how the app worked for myself. So again, if you're new to Band and you don't understand how it works, you do need to practice. Introducing it to the competition parents, honestly, this is how I did it. Hey kids, we're all gonna be on this app. It is gonna be a requirement. So they all downloaded it and I showed them how to get into it or whatever. And I was like, oh Shay, what is this? Like, oh, this, you so old, like, why are you using this? Like, so we added ourselves to it and we went to the photo album. And the first photo album that they saw was, we called it, I called it Got 'em, or whatever. It was something we did in the studio where when we would be going on a trip or doing something and people would fall asleep or looking crazy, hair all over the place, we would snap a picture of them, but we never did anything with them. I put them in one album and Band, and they were like losing their mind on like how funny it was, like seeing all these old pictures, stuff that they never even knew existed. So it started there. And then after I started communicating with them in Band app, then the parents were like, what's Band? Like, what are they all on? Like, what you got them on? Like, it's all on their phones or whatever. Like, so of course they're tuned in because they're thinking it's like a social media thing, like a Instagram or you know, whatever. And who else is on there? Who y'all friends? Like, they're trying to figure it out. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, we started using the Band app. Like I mentioned, we were going to switch to something else or whatever. And then I got the parents in. So it's a different culture now. Like it's our thing. Like they feel like Band is home now. And that's what I love about it. So what are you waiting on? Like, go download the app, like try it, practice it, play with it. It's free, it's easy, and it's simple to use, and it's amazing.